Hi, Jeff here with Mr. Hardwater. This video describes the shutdown process for the wet blasting systems, and in particular the pressure washer. Now, as we know, wet blasting uses a high pressure washer from a pressure washer, so the water is really your best friend when it comes to cleaning. However, if you let that water sit around inside your systems, you know, the handles, the lances, and the tips, it causes a lot of problems because the water sits there and slowly degrades all of the parts inside here, and it binds them together. And this is particularly true when you combine the media abrasive, which is generally just sitting in the heads after you're finished with the wet blasting process. So this video is going to describe how to clean these out, and the best way to really do that is to use a small air compressor. And behind me I have a 125 psi 8-gallon 2-horsepower air compressor, and this air compressor is going to give us a little bit of air pressure that we're going to run through the entire gun assembly, and it's going to clean out all the water and the media that's trapped inside these heads. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to walk over and I'm going to turn on the pressure of the pressure washer, and we're just going to load these systems up with some water and spray them for just a second, and then we're going to turn the pressure washer off. Then we'll come back and we'll just add some air to the systems. I'm going to show you how much water is actually sitting in these guns if you were to leave them and not blow it out. And as you know, that standing water is going to create a lot of problems for you down the road, meaning that the next time you fire up your system, it can cause problems, and it may not start up right and run right. So let's start up this system, and I'll show you how to do the shutdown process on your wet blasting equipment. Okay, so now we have some water in both of these guns, and so let's take our air compressor now and blow out these systems, get all the water out of the systems to make them clean and ready for the next job. So the first thing I'm going to do is disconnect the hoses. I'll shut off the water. Here we go. I'm going to bleed out some of the air, some of the water in both. And now what I can do now is I can disconnect the high pressure hose. So now that I have the high pressure hose disconnected, what I'm going to do is take my air compressor tool here, and I'm going to pull the trigger on the handle, and I'm going to insert it into the 3/8" plug, and watch how much water comes out of this this gun assembly. That's a lot of water. There, we finally got air coming out of it. There you go. What we can also do is add the forced air into the media hose barb here, and then it'll blast out the dried media that's already stuck in there. I'll do it one more time. There you go, this gun's clean. So we're going to do the same thing now for the 15-degree wide head. We've got our compressed air here. We're going to disconnect our hose like this. We're going to pull the trigger on the gun assembly, and we're going to add some air to it. And let's see how much water comes out of this gun assembly. There you go, a lot of water. Still water. Okay, now we can open up the media valve on here, and we're going to put the air compressor hose into the hose bar and blast out some more. So there you go. So keeping your systems clean and free of debris and water is really going to help you be more efficient on the next job, because if you leave that water sitting here, you know it's going to cause problems for these systems. So this video concludes by showing you how to use the air compressor just to blow out the gun assemblies to remove the air to keep your systems working efficiently for a long period of time.